Hey everybody, it's me, Kathy, and today I'm going to recreate a past prom look I did. It's a more colorful version. I also hung up the dress I wore in the background so you guys can see it. It's mauve, it's sparkly, it's like a 1920s 30 inspired like mermaid gown. So let's get started. So I'm going to do the stuff I normally do with my face, but I'm not going to film it just because you guys have seen it in two other videos. And to kind of save time, and that way when I get to like the fun eyeshadow part, I'm going to tell a bunch of prom stories, so that should be fun. So when I see you guys, I will have my full face done, minus the eyes. So I've got my full face and the base. I didn't fully powder this area, so my contour is a little skippy. We will fix that in our finishing steps. But for the eye look today, we are using my Tartist Pro palette, and she's gotten some work done on her. Like, you can't see most of the Tarte logos anymore. So let's get started. So this was actually a look that I wore in, let me check. I definitely know this look was on my Instagram. It was for my junior prom back in 2017. Spoiler if you can see it. That's the look. So it's been 2 years since I've done this look, so let's see how it goes. I'm actually really excited because I feel like with all the like other things that have been coming out, like palettes and stuff, I've kind of drifted away from like my old staples. So it's fun to use this. I got this palette because my local Ulta was doing an event with a bunch of makeup artists. Tarte affiliated ones. And I went there, they did my makeup, I showed them my Instagram, they gave me a bunch of advice. It was a really cool experience. And like, she did a very like dark smoky eye with the trendy color, which was something, I'm usually more bright looks than dark looks. So it was an interesting thing to see on myself and have happen, and I've really enjoyed this palette. Okay, because we're gonna start with Classic on the brow bone area. So we're also getting this area, because I do prime my whole eyelid, like all the way basically down to my nose. So this helps so like the inner corner can like kind of stay more clean until we want to add color. So we're gonna go in with Chic, this one. And we're gonna put that in like the transition area. I'm trying like not to cover my face with the mirror while I do this. Later today I'm going to order some handheld mirrors, and it will make putting on the makeup a little less awkward, hopefully. Okay, so now we have that done. Here's where the fun begins. So we're gonna go in with Maud, which is a very pretty like cranberry maybe color. It looks like that. And then we're gonna head into the crease area. So I wore this look for my junior prom, which was actually the second prom I went to because I got invited as a sophomore. My friend invited me a day or two before prom, so that was stressful. But I already had a dress because that spring break I went shopping at this vintage place and it had this really pretty like 1920s inspired like flapper dress, so I got it and be like, oh, I'll wear this for prom my junior year. So it made it really lucky when I got invited my sophomore year that I had a dress. So then the panic was shoes, which I just went to Payless and got some shoes. And so that was a lot of fun. My dad always told me, so I'm like great at like dad dances. Like, I'm amazing at the Running Man. Like, I can do it forward, backwards, sideways, diagonal, in the circle. I can travel any direction while doing it. So my dad said, if you're ever at a party and like the energy like dips or people stop dancing, you go into the middle of the dance floor and just hit the Running Man as hard as possible, and other people will join. So I actually did that, and it actually worked. Like, I brought the party back to life with the Running Man. I was honestly surprised when it worked as well as it did. I was like, you know, maybe this will work with my dad and like his generation. I didn't think it would work for like me and like the people that went to my high school, but it did, and I was amazed. So I brought the party back with a sick Running Man. Okay, we are grabbing the brush I used in my crease, and we're going into Drama. That's like a purpley shade, but like darker. And we're gonna hit it. So even though I graduated high school last year, my boyfriend's in the grade below me, so I will be going to prom next weekend. And I've joked with some of my friends that's like, look, I will have gone to prom all 4 years, sophomore, junior, senior, freshman, but in parentheses, college. And it's just kind of like the goofy way me and my friends like talk. So it's like, I went to prom 4 years in a row. Only 3 of them was I in high school. But it's exciting. I'm so close to the people in the grade below me, so it's gonna be fun and I'm looking forward to it. Sadly, I won't be able to like get ready with anybody, but that's what allows me to be able to film it the day of. Next, we're going into Vamp, which is a very like gray purple. And we're just gonna keep it in the outermost part here to really like smoke out the look. Yeah, so the prom themes I've had, we had a casino. This is embarrassing. I was on prom committee. Yeah, we had casino, then we had like old Hollywood, or just Hollywood in general. I went in another vintage inspired dress, so of course, like, for me it was old Hollywood. Man, why can't I think of what it was? I was on prom committee for 3 years. I was on it as a sophomore, even though I couldn't go to prom. My best friend was on committee, and there were only 2 people, so they were like, hey, we need at least another person. And that's part of the reason of how I got invited to prom. My friend didn't have a date, and so our teachers had him ask me out to the prom, and I laughed so hard when I learned that they were basically the wingman of my friend. Okay, so there's the top part. Now we are going to go to the lower lash line, and we're going to go back with Mod and basically take it most of the way in. I think one of the reasons I like prom is because like everyone gets dressed up, all the girls have like makeup if they want to, they look great. It's almost like having a show where no one has to perform, and like it's not like a character, it's how on this like special fun occasion how we want to portray ourselves. Okay, so we're gonna go into drama. And go to this outer area. Okay, what's weird doing this look again is like this look used to be like pretty like bold and like colorful, and like compared to like everything else I've basically do now with looks, like this is like, yes, this is kind of bold, but it's not. I got eyeshadow on my eyebrow. I think I got it. But like, it's not bold because it's like necessarily bright, and I think that's kind of what's changed. I also know like my comfort zone and stuff has changed. Like, because when I was in Beauty and the Beast, I played the wardrobe, so I had like this really bright eyeshadow and like highlight, bright lips, and because it was like really magical, that kind of pushed me out of like the comfort zone I had before when it came to color. And like now it's like I'm willing to wear like any kind of color, like for any time of day or event, just because I find it fun. And it's kind of cool looking back at my roots of a lot of things is in one way or another related to theater. Okay, so on my lids I did a glitter. It was a ColourPop shadow, which I still have, but the thing with it, it's the one they released in the summer for their birthday. So I'm not going to show it to you guys because you want to be able to get it. So instead I have an Inglot pigment in 51 that we are going to put on the lid. Here, let me swatch it. Kind of looks like that. Is 51 the color I wanted? Give me a sec. Actually scratch that. 51 is very pretty, but I'm actually going to go in with 120 because let me show you guys what it looks like on my arm. It's way more like purple and like dramatic, I guess. So I'm not sure where our glitter glue went. I guess I can just use the paint pot and this will become like a little cut crease like thing. There we go. So because it's a pigment, we are going to wet it, dip into it. Just look at that. Camera focus. Oh well. And you're gonna go right in . So that's what it looks like. You know what? I'm gonna grab the actual eyeshadow, even though I know you guys won't be able to get your hands on it, just because I'm trying to recreate that look I did. And like, you guys can always pick what you want on the lid, or even if you want something on the lid. The shadow I used that year was the Birthday Boy. And yes, I still have these ColourPop shadows, even though I probably shouldn't, but like, nothing bad's happened yet. And they have so many killer shades that were limited edition are like no longer available, so like, why would I get rid of it? Yeah, so it's because I had a purple pigment underneath, it looks a lot more purpley than it did back then. Here's what it looks like. It is one of the most beautiful shadows. I'm hoping that, well, I always get like their birthday shadows. Like every year they have it, I've had it. But I wish they would like bring these back one year. That way like I could get rid of the old ones. Okay, so we're gonna go in the tight liner with the Zoella ColourPop collab eyeliner. Okay, so back then I didn't really wear a lot of highlight because I just didn't find one that really worked, so I'm still gonna highlight, but it's gonna be subtle. I'm going into my Anastasia contour kit and grabbing the highlighting color. So the product that I probably used for that look back in the day was the Laura Geller French Vanilla Baked Highlighter. This is a tiny version. I have absolutely hit pan. See if I can't get anything off of it. I will usually bring French Vanilla under my eyes a little bit. Okay, so I didn't add brow gel yet. I normally do brow gel last, just in case there's some like shadow or something on my brows. Like I don't want them to be like covered. So I go through last with a brow gel just to... Ooh, I need to clean off this. Do you see what happened when because I didn't clean off the excess off the brush? Note to self, don't do that. Okay, just fix my brows off camera and I'll be back in a minute. So I cleaned up the excess product of my brows, but now, honestly, I usually don't go back in and like highlight my brows more, but because of the little mishap, I am going to do that. And a little vintage right there. Yeah, so my brows are a little strong today. But with everything in life, there's a learning curve, especially with new products. So I'm going to set my face. Okay, so there's that. So for the lip, it's NARS Audacious Lipstick in Audrey again. So we're going to go into the Milk Makeup Kush Mascara. I have yet to try this, but I got it in that little kit thing. Whoa. Look at that brush. She's bushy. Okay, let's try. I don't know if the camera captures the difference between the side with it and the side without, but this mascara looks really nice. It looks pretty nice, not quite as volumizing as I would want, but like if you don't have super long eyelashes, I still think it gives a nice effect. Beauty Ultimate Lashes Multitasking Mascara, just to add a little more volume. There we go. Alright, last step is the lip that I already talked about. So there's the lip. every time I do this, all I think about is when Simply Nailogical is like, mandatory narcissistic montage, and then she has that music and the lights, and she's like... Yeah, so this is the look. I'm gonna zoom back out and then just hold up the dress. Okay, so here's the dress next to the makeup. Let's be silly. Guys, look at my fabulous background. Hey, well, please subscribe, hit that little bell icon, because I'm getting a lot of views, but I only have like 9 subscribers. But I'm really excited about the views, because my first video, the 2 of them together, that got more views than I get likes on my Instagram, which is kind of crazy. But I'm still excited about all this nonetheless. So please give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!